you go. It starts with one. All it's so unreal. I tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all, but in the end, it doesn't even matter.
Bandidos, and we are live. It's Thursday, November 9th, 11:17 a.m., streaming from the Pacific Northwest. And today, we are going to bust out this golden LMG and come up with some pretty cool builds for it. We're going to cut down some trees. And if you're with me, let's do it. So do you remember when the Bullet King was a thing? Was it ever really a thing? Well, it was definitely a thing that we were seeking, right? It was sought after. One of the first exotics with Warlords of New York's. Warlords of New York's? How many New Yorks? One New York? One New York. Warlords of New York came this beast, right? And I mean, boy, does it look cool. I think it has a really nice weapon design. The funny thing is, like, once you get it, I know a lot of people have probably used it, probably more than me, but yeah, you know, I've never really put many hours into this thing, and I've had it since the beginning of time. And now you can get it anywhere, but it used to drop on Wall Street when you beat the bosses. You had a chance of it dropping, but you know, now it's in the general loot pool. And the only time that I ever really put it into practice was during the Iron Horse raid, when you have to suppress the snipers. Otherwise, you know, it just never really felt that good. But the other day we were toying around in a live stream where we did the no reload live stream. We rated all the no reload builds, and that video is going to come soon, so look out for that. Really good series that will be. So we're going to rank all the ways you can get no reloads in this game. There's several different ways with different weapons. Anyways, this is one of them, the Bullet King. That's what it's built to do, to continuously fire. It has bullet hell. You also see this exotic talent in a Descent game mode, where it's pretty cool, right? It's sort of the ultimate fantasy, the never reloading thing. And you kind of also get a taste of it when we play Golden Bullet. It's basically, Golden Bullet is bullet hell for the most part, right? Except there's an on-kill feature to it and a small timer. But it's the gun part that's underwhelming. And you would think it's the damage, but what I've discovered is not. And so we're gonna get in there and play with this because we created a really cool build for it, and we're gonna start with that today. But we're also gonna explore other builds because we didn't have time to continue because we were on a theme for that last stream, so we didn't continue with other builds. We kind of rated it and then moved on. So let me put this like on just a heroic or whatever, elite, and then let's put out 15 meters. That's pretty standard. Now I have the build on, so I'm gonna take it off. So I'm just gonna put on a standard striker build here, okay? Just so you can see what I'm talking about. And remember, striker gives you rate of fire and 15% weapon handling, all right? So, but we're not worried about damage at the moment. So that's not what we're looking at. What we're looking at is look at the handling on this weapon. So, okay, you know what I mean? And that's at 15 meters. And it didn't look so bad, but where you could tell how you're actually performing is not visually. The stacks on striker is the best indicator because striker is an easy stacker, right? Like all you got to do is point and shoot. I mean, there's no crits related to that stacking. So, you know, so what you should see with the gun that basically never has to reload, the stacking should happen very fast. And, you know, don't worry about the build. I got obviously 5 pieces here, but just showcasing the stability, really. And so if we go center mass, then, you know, you'd think it's going to be a little bit better. But this is also a target that's not moving. But look at how bad it sways and it kicks. And that's, I believe, the real downside, because not the damage. The damage is, you know, 85,000. Yeah, that's weak compared to 121. 40,000 difference per bullet is actually a big deal, but it never reloads. So that's going to make up for it. I mean, the Ouroboros is only 10,000 over. That's level 20. So it's actually less because I got expertise on that. You know what I mean? So where the Ouroboros has good sustained damage also because it's got a fast reload and a decent sized mag with good RPMs. So obviously it's a better gun all around for killing. But my point is the stacking. And so it's gonna do better in here than what we see in the game. But the first build I put on for this thing was a 4-piece striker, and it just performed horribly in game. And ultimately, you have to play. What I realized is that you have to play really inside. You know, like basically close and personal to get the stacking, to get real damage to kill. Because you're missing so many shots. And I mean, it's just all over the place. It sways. And the farther out the target is, the more difficult it is to land those shots. And so what I felt like is, I don't know if a lot of you guys have played with this gun, but what I felt like is like the key to the Bullet King isn't so much damage, although that's obviously important to any weapon. It's actually its handling. Yeah, that's right, Greg. You feel like a weapon handler. You got it. It actually is a handling build. And there's very few situations where the Ninja Bike makes sense on a build, and on this one it did. And so we ended up equipping the Ninja Bike. We started with the 4-piece striker with the striker backpack, and a lot of people say, oh, it's not worth losing the striker backpack because of the loss of damage. But in this case, it absolutely is. Because you don't land any goddamn shots outside of 10 meters, and an LMG isn't the kind of gun that you want to run and gun with. It just doesn't have the burst, even if I'm landing 100% of my shots. Even if I'm landing 100% of my shots with max striker stacks, right, which is 200 in this case, it still doesn't have the time to kill that would allow you to play out of cover, and you can't use shields with LMGs. But look at that time to kill. That's a long time to kill. That's 200% striker stacks right there. So that's as strong as it can basically get, you know? And if we put back on the striker backpack, looking at that time to kill, all right, so there's with the backpack, It's still not good enough to play out of cover. And what you don't see here is the lack of stagger. And so the enemy's actually gonna be shooting back at you while you're doing that, right? So it's obviously better with the striker backpack, that time to kill, but not by much. It's actually difficult to tell. Anyways, and so the problem is that in order to get the best time to kill and damage is you need to land more shots with this thing. And which means you need to play up close, and that's detrimental sort of to the build and the playstyle of this never reload LMG. And so I think, you want to be able to play at around that 15 to 20 meter mark, and it doesn't perform very well there. So I'll show you. And so we're gonna play through a few builds here, and then we're gonna come up with some really cool ones. So one of the ones I want to slap on here today is also the Negotiators build. So we're gonna try that one too. But what we did is where we left off with this in that build lab was a hot shot with one piece of hot shot here. And then we're running the contractors, which is also giving us 10% weapon handling because of the backpack. So that's 40% weapon handling. And then Striker's giving us 15%. So that's 55% weapon handling. And then Gunner for another 10% when we're standing still. So anyway, so this is where we're going to start, and then we're going to toy around with this. So let me get some crit things on here. Oops, I always do that. Still from the backpack. There we go. So 33, we could use a little bit more than that. So that's good crit chance, right? Crit damage there. See if I can do this without re-rolling. Oh, that needs to change. Okay, crit chance. There. 38, 103. Still need a little bit more. We need a little bit more than that. Let me see if I got a better mask or something. I can run this one for now. Let's do that. I like having a little bit of armor, but it's not a big deal. Let's see if I have contractor's gloves too. Crit chance is what we're looking for. There we go. That'll work. All right. Let's put that on. So we need to be at about close to 50% crit chance. It's not really a crit build. We're just using the crits to boost this up a little bit. So yeah, that's basically balanced. So we're at 40, 80. And then I'll just go ahead and put on that armor one back actually, because I like having one armor core on this. Just have a little bit of resistance. There we go. So 45, 91, perfectly balanced, right? So I just balance out my crits. Because we're under 120% total crit damage, then I just balance out the crits. But if you're over 120% crit damage, you got to max out your crits. And then sometimes you got to max out your crits anyways when you're running a talent that is based off of crits, which we are not at this time. Okay, so let's get out there. Let's go kill something, and let's see what's up with the map today. So Murakami, blur, blur, blur. Anybody, so I haven't followed up on the server reset. Anybody catch any of that? Any changes? Anybody notice any changes? Oh, the Division. Yeah, I'm sorry, Division guy. What platform are you playing on? You haven't got it yet. No luck. The best time to do it is on Tuesday, Wednesdays, when everybody has their keys. Because you're most likely going to get a donation. In case you don't get it, you don't open it. That's the best time to do it. And so like for us, so we run community, we guide the community through it as well. And we've been doing it on Tuesday, Wednesdays, basically. And the first 5 people or so are usually the luckiest, because that's when the squad has extra keys. And then after that, it becomes a little bit harder, because then whoever's running is relying only on their key. And so their chances are still good. It's still 10% chance. And, a lot of people get it anyways. But in case you don't, if you're one of the first 4 or 5 clears, then you're going to have an extra, what, 100% chance or 40% chance because of the other keys? 30%, I guess. I was thinking about playing Descent today. Is it all jacked up? Wow. That's hard to do. It hasn't been that glitchy before. It must have did something serious, huh? There's a doe. Okay. Well, we're gonna play right here, and I hate playing right here. But we're gonna do it. Because I see guys coming behind us. Because again, this is not really a run and gun. So this is the more high performing build, right? So the weapon handling was amazing on it. A lot of suppression action going on too, by the way. I forgot about that. Forgot to mention that. That's something that we noticed before is like, God, you're just constantly suppressing these guys. Remember, 22 months, Skeletor. Look at you, bro. Wow, you're almost to 2 years. That's amazing. Almost as old as my channel. Shout out to Skeletor. Yeah, my channel is about 2 years old. I think October is when I opened it. But I might not have created a video until like November or something like that. We can find somebody to kill here. Yeah, I think Skelly, I think you joined on did you join on Twitch first? Do you see how many shots it took to kill her? It's definitely more of a support weapon, you know? It really is. Because we're almost to 200 stacks right there. And the time to kill definitely gets better. So we're at full stacks, basically. But one of the things that makes it hard to stack on is the suppression, because when they're suppressed, you're degrading. See right there, like I have a hard time landing shots on him. That's hard to do. He's winning this LMG contest, basically. I don't play Div 1 if you're asking me. No. Just don't have the time to dabble in that. So braced is another way you can run handling also. We're gonna try that too. And for the most, it's not a bad one because for the most part, you're playing from cover anyways. It's not really, you know, a get out and run style weapon, so. You see all this suppression? Annoying. It's annoying because, let me tell you why. One of the reasons why it's annoying, which is where I have a problem with the Bullet King, is like, you're suppressing them, so they're not shooting at you, and so you're just kind of wasting time shooting at them, right? Where in that time, you could just get back in cover and reload. If you were using a different LMG. You know what I mean? Just reload at that moment. Like, there's nobody to shoot. You get all these moments where there's nobody to shoot because they're all hiding in cover. And that's the gun's magical power, is its ability to suppress. It's like the best suppression weapon in the game. I think they suppress to this one more than any other weapon, any other LMG. It's like it's almost a built-in feature to the weapon. But so during that time, look at my stacks, right? Because we were shooting at nothing. And, you know, so we're going to look at other builds. I like this build. It works to a degree, right? The striker set. But you might want to look at a build that doesn't stack because of the suppression thing, where you just like sitting here shooting at nobody. I mean, look at all these shots I'm putting out, and well, look at my stack meter. You would think I'd be up full stacks with all those bullets, but no. So you have the accuracy getting in your way of stacks, and then you also have the suppression getting in your way from the stacks. Our accuracy, of course, is better now. But look at how many shots that boss should be dead. With any other weapon, he'd be dead. We put a whole lot of bullets into him. Now he's up there hiding like a wussy. Ah, come on. I'm the Bullet King. You can't grenade me. Action Jackson. Yeah, see, it actually makes the control point go longer. You see that? I mean, the instant I start shooting at him, there's something about this weapon. It's built in there, I'm telling you. The instant you start shooting at these guys, they suppress. All right, got him. Crazy. All right, so that's what it looks like with good handling. So now we're gonna strip some of that off and put on more damage. And so more damage can work because in theory, it can work, right? Because the idea is that if you kill them real fast while they're out of cover, then they don't have time to run into cover and then be suppressed. So when you see your moment, you take it. And to kill them faster before they can hide. So let me just reset that real quick, and then let's change this. Yeah, Smitty, those are good options. And so that's what I'm gonna go after this next test, is we're gonna look at negotiators. Because I think that might be the best setup for the Bullet King. I mean, you could also run ongoing directive. That wouldn't be bad. Put some of that in there. But then you'd have to worry about status effects and boo, right? Okay, so let's take off this and let's put back on the Striker's backpack. And then we'll put on Fox's, which is basically making the strongest, one of the strongest setups in the game, right? There, so 4,503. And we got the Contractors, LMG damage, and then we got the damage to targets out of cover. So that's one of the strongest builds in the game. Only one blue core. Got the chest and the backpack. Now, the theory is, they're like, well, why are you running the chest 200 stacks? Well, it's because I got a gun that never has to reload. So the theory is like, if there's a gun, if there's like ever a gun to be able to handle the 200 stacks, it should be the Bullet King. As a matter of fact, when they redid the Striker set, the last time they redid it, if you recall, a lot of the community agreed the chest was pretty worthless. It wasn't worthless, but really difficult to stack without the ACS. And there were people that were saying basically the only way to do it is the Bullet King with the chest piece. And I'm not so sure I agree with that. We'll see. So it's really hard to tell whether you're landing shots or not. So what I want you to look at is mostly the stacks. That's the best indicator on how we're doing. Damn. Gotta laying it thick, those fire grenades, huh? So many shots I miss before I actually land. Probably put out a whole mag. Somebody nailing on me there. Make that corner. I don't know if I'm gonna make it. I'm not. Oh, you're making a big old mag on that, Scots? Let me know how it is. Like that guy in the back there, I mean, I have no chance against him. I just can't land that shot. I mean, I'm really trying to control this thing. It's a beast, you know? It's just all over the place. I mean, we just killed 4 enemies, and look at my stacks, right? Everybody suppresses, get suppressed. All right, let's get in there. This distance isn't gonna work for us. So your best chance of getting your power is gonna be the closer you play, I guess, if that's how you say it, because we need those shots to actually hit. Not just for stacking purpose, but you know. God, come out of cover, dude. Look at that. Instantly you point your gun at him, they suppress. I mean, look at that. I didn't even hardly put a shot out on him. There we go. See that? I mean, that's only a couple of bullets and you get suppressed. I don't think it's an advantage. I mean, I get it. Like that you can suppress and then like somebody can flank him or you can push up on him or whatever, but it just doesn't feel like an advantage. Not when you're trying to clear content quickly. Yeah, that's starting to feel a little bit better. Because we're getting a bunch of dumb guys that are running out of their door. Shoot me! I'm out of ammo? Wow. That has to do with not landing shots. Because as long as you're landing shots, you're generating ammo. Go get the ammo. So that's about the furthest that you want to shoot where that boss was in relation to me. Any further than that seems like kind of like a waste of time. So let's try from here.
Detecting additional hostile contacts.
I ain't bad. It's feeling all right. Maybe I'm getting better at it. Sometimes it actually looks... The amount of shots, like the ratio of shots you're putting out is kind of really the measure there, you know? I mean, that's right there. It took forever to kill that guy. I mean, got their job done. I didn't receive any damage, but it did take forever. And so if there was a turret out there or a tank or something else shooting at you, you know, it wouldn't have been worth it. It wouldn't have been worth the kill to take all the damage that you took. Okay, we need ammo. Let's do that. Yeah, see, True Patriot, what does make sense for this too, because you just, by hitting them, you're debuffing them in multiple ways. Even if you don't get your kill, you're taking off some actual armor bars, and then you're also debuffing them for your enemy. I mean, for your allies. So I see that being a big win on this setup, this weapon. But imagine if there are like 3 chungas coming at you. You know, it'd be really hard to stay out of cover and put out those shots, because they're going to be shooting back. You'd have to blind fire in that case, or just make sure you have a really good angle. Heartbreaker. Yeah, good point. That'd give us the bonus armor to stand up against the incoming damage. We'll try that one too. There is our closer blueprint. All right. Yeah, striker drone to get him out of cover. Yeah, that's a good idea, actually. The decoy kind of works too, but the striker drone would have better uptime. You're right. Decoy is a good way to manipulate their behavior. They see it, they all get really excited and start shooting at it. Oh, you got the backpack as well? Yeah. I actually need, yeah, I'll be farming that backpack once I get the blueprint. Oops. Because I want an all red one. I don't have an all red backpack, a closer backpack. All right, let's see what we can do. Yeah, Umber too. We talked about Umber the last time, didn't we? About being able to get the heals, and we're playing in cover anyways, and so. Sarah Joyful. Oh, you little rock star. Sarah's back, and she brought company. Let's give Sarah a shout out. Shall we, folks? Make sure I'm spelling her name wrong. Let's see what she's been up to. Oops, I forgot to write the command, sorry. All right, she was on the ball with the Division 2. Be sure to head over to Sarah's channel and give her a follow if you haven't done that yet. Because Sarah rocks. Well, yeah, if they're on your channel, then they gotta be lovely. All are welcome. Welcome, everybody. So we're toying around. If you're just not joining us, coming over from Sarah's channel, we are kicking it with the Bullet King, and we were playing with the no reload. So we did this whole no reload stream the other day, and explored all the different ways you can get no reloading in this game, which is about half a dozen ways or so. And obviously the Bullet King is the one that's built into the weapon itself, and with bullet hell. And so we're creating builds for it because we actually came up with a couple of good ones that made it feel really good. And so, but then we set it aside because we had to move on. But so circling back today with the Bullet King, and then exploring some gear set options to both get the power and the stacking or the hits to matter, because that's where the weapon I think really struggles, is that it's the weapon handling, and it doesn't have great burst damage. It's relatively weak in that department. So I want to do negotiators next, but let's see. We have the Heartbreaker pieces. And I don't think I think all my Umbras put away, so I think I have to go fetch those. Yeah. All right, let's go get some gear. Yeah, I got Sarah's channel here. I'll drop it on the YouTube side. Copy link, Sarah channel. There you go. I just dropped her link in the YouTube chat. Yeah, Heartbreaker's a fun one, Ducky. Easy, and also because one of the reasons why is because a lot of new players should be spending some time in Countdown to catch up on gear, build out your library and stuff like that for recalibrations. And so Heartbreaker is also a really good build in there. Easy to run. It's simple. Point and shoot. You get your offense and your defense. And then Striker, if you're going to end up doing incursions especially, it's a pretty well-rounded build that everybody has. Let's see here. Guess Umbra, but we need the right one. That one can work. And then oh, I gotta delete so much shit here. Probably delete that. Probably delete that. Do we need ongoing? Probably not. Take that Umbra chest. It's weird I'm not seeing all my Umbra pieces. Like there should be an Umbra holster here. That's weird. Okay. And I'm missing like a lot of my negotiators pieces too. Like where is all this stuff? See, it's not in here. That's just weird. And there's a chest piece. All right, that would suggest that it's already on my character if I'm not seeing it in here. That's just weird though, because it's where we were just looking at it. All right, let's try that. It's an interesting load up time. All right, so that would suggest that all that gear is in here. I don't believe that. I mean, there's some negotiators. Maybe it's there. Okay, let's see what we got. So go. Let's go ahead and try the negotiator's backpack. That might be in the stash. And then for the chest, let's put on... Let's try the braced. All right. Backpack. Here we go. Negotiators. Got a little armor core on it. Don't mind. All right, let's see. Now we're gonna have to go max crits on this. If I do that, we also have the option of putting on obliterate since we're gonna have the crit chance anyways. So there we go, 58, 122. It's got crit chance and more weapon handling on the chest piece. We probably could take that off. Put more crit damage there. Oops, running into walls. All right, let's see how we do in this control point. Suppressed.
Reinforcements en route.
Wow, you suck, enemy. Damn. That turret is so accurate. Wow. So we got good handling on this, right? So should be landing decent shots. But that turret is way more accurate than we are. Kind of annoying. And what do you think it is? Like a 45 caliber? I mean, that thing is just a laser beam. Getting the job done, though. All right, let's get in there. Didn't mark him. Wow. I think I like it better with the negotiators build. It just feels like it makes sense, you know? Because, you know, that way when somebody is suppressed, you still feel like you're still able to do damage on them, but even when you choose a different target. Cause the amount of fire grenades she throws out is relatively annoying. Do you guys think? I mean, she's just like ridiculous with those grenades. Ah.
Agent incapacitated.
Come on.
Heavily armored hostile detected.
Taking all my bullets. Oh, he's gonna turn this into an hour fight. Okay, you just hide and I'll go get ammo. Look at that. Suppress, so easy. Maybe it's all my bling. Is it the bling?
Hostile broadcast picked up. Incoming hostiles detected.
About time you guys came. Oh my god. Ridiculous. No way. Olympic. Oh my god. Another one. Come on. I was just saying that those grenade ladies are crazy. I mean, they got me too. They didn't even have an eye on me, right? I mean, those were blind thrown grenades. Both of them. Evil. They're evil grenade ladies. That was a long time to kill right there. Oh, look, another grenade. See what happens when you're in a real fight? They suppress you too, you know? Because your time to kill isn't very good, so you have to spend a lot of time out of cover. Those automated turrets, they don't get suppressed. Costs you an armor kit. And so that's where it'll struggle in legendary. Because there's some enemies that are a little bit more difficult to suppress over there. I want to try it with Umbra though. See if I can get more shots out faster. Push it up. And the heals would be nice. Save me an armor kit from time to time. But let's see how it plays with having to get out of cover.
Access unlocked.
Some ammo real quick. Or open the gear.
Hostile broadcast detected.
There's our setup blueprint. We are complete. All right, let's see if I got my Umbra Priestess on me. One, two, three. So we'd want the Umbra knees and then backpack. I mean, you could do the memento, which isn't a bad option, but I don't know if we're gonna need it. We could do that Cheska with Bloodsucker. What backpack should we do? I mean, the Umbra backpack also gives you better heals, which would be interesting with this build, I gotta say. Mandy Panda! There you are, Mandy. All right, let's go see. I need to get a better backpack. I wouldn't mind the Umbra backpack with this because it basically doubles up your heals, which means we can shoot more. Because we'd be healing faster when we need it, which is basically always. Otherwise, Vigilance wouldn't be too handy here because it would be disabled a lot. Composure would work, except we're shooting out of cover, so it really wouldn't. Just kidding. So, you know what I mean? Because Umbra, you get your perks from Umbra when you're out of cover. And so it doesn't mean you have to like not protect yourself. It just means you have to stand up and kind of break cover, but you can still be behind it. So that's how we're going to use it. But that means Composure wouldn't work. Oh, I guess we have Unstoppable Force. I mean, the only thing that I worry about Unstoppable Force is like it'd get frustrating if you're like constantly suppressing people because then you're losing that. I'm not really just running solo. If you don't mind me, you could jump in. I break a lot to change the build. I mean, we could try it, but that's the only thing I can think of. It'd be kind of annoying. Companion, I guess. Could also work and get the heals. What do you guys think? Actually, I'm kind of leaning towards the... Let me see if I got that backpack. Of course I don't. I'm sure I don't. I left it behind. Let's craft one, because I hate going over there. There we go. That'll work. The crap, it's got bad stats, but I don't care. All right, let's put actually an armor core on it. Be nice to have one of those. So really good heals on this. So it's basically doubling up your heals to like 16% armor regen per second is what it equates to. And so that's, you know, it's not bonus armor, but it's pretty good, right? And then with that, we could, I guess, run the Foxes. We could also run Sawyers. No, that wouldn't work. We're going to move. So do that. And we should have good crits here. So that's 57 and 178. The chest piece. So we can put on more crit damage. $57, 190, and so this will push us to 200% crit damage. All right, so we're 202% crit damage. Looking good, looking good. $2 billion at Manny Zoo. Woo. Were you doing it in Legendary, Greg? Or are you trying to do the time trials?
Hostile control point nearby.
Oh, happy Vets Day. All right, let's see how we do. So we got to stack up here, right? So that's how this thing works.
Detecting high-threat enemy patrol.
And then what we do is you just kind of step away from the cover, but you stay behind it. And wham! And then watch our heals. Pretty cool right there. Okay, we gotta run. Get this patrol here. Whew, feels pretty good. Wow, it's actually feeling really good. And we still got a little bit of handling issues, but... Oh, fuck you, no way. Look at those heals, those are impressive. Oh, you pain in my ass, he just hid. How are you not dead? Oh, whatever. Okay, we have to start over. Yeah, Umbra's nice, man. I like Umbra. It's always fun to whip it out.
You have been promoted to group leader.
SHD 1000 yesterday. Good job.
Another agent is now in your group.
Let's hit this flag this time.
Reinforcements incoming.
I hate that grenade guy. He's actually pretty annoying to fight. Finally. Get up! Get up! Jesus. Yeah, this one's kind of nice because the stacking is in reverse. So you start off with the highest stacks, you know what I mean? Oh god, this guy's still got his fucking explosives. It's so annoying. Got him. Finally. Jesus. Get out of my cover. Oh my god, she just stole my fucking cover. Dick. So we got the heals, we got decent damage. I think now, oh really? Still active, huh? So I think now we just need the handling to come along with this. Oh, look at that turret. Oh my god, isn't that some bullshit right there? Look at that turret in the concrete block. This game cheats. Let's just admit it. Because this is the part this is the cheating part. Not that it fell into the concrete, but the fact that it still does damage on you while it's in there. Because that happens to us sometimes, right? We'll throw out a turret and it falls in to whatever, but then it becomes ineffective. It's like, why is theirs still effective? Double standards, that's why. Double standards. So I'm gonna try changing something here real quick. So let's go ahead and put on that ninja back on. And then instead of the foxes, let's put on the hotshot crits. And then see what it feels like with this setup. See where we are damage wise. 5490, so we need to put crit chance there. Because we're still gonna have heals. So we're just gonna have 8% heals per second. So that's so impressive. But now we got weapon handling that's pretty amazing. And we don't have to be in cover for it either. Ooh.
Vital signs critical.
Definitely not as impressive as heals, huh? Poor Jed. Good crawl, Jed. Good crawl. I had to take care of some guys before I got to you. It's this fucker again, huh? Yeah, he's a pain in the ass. That feels pretty good right there. It does. I feel like it's got everything now. You know what I mean? You got the speed. Because what's the base RPM on this thing? 900? 955? 900-ish? Somewhere around there? So, okay, building stacks. Come on. Come in here. What's wrong with these guys? Jesus Christ. Really? They're all out here because of one fucking NPC? God, that control captain sucks. He's out here just fucking around the whole time. Not picking up Jed and shit. Yeah, I kind of like this setup. Make something out of that no reload, you know what I mean? Let's hold it down, Jed. LMG time. Jed McFred. He's running the Iron Lung. I can hear its roar. Don't you melee me. You wanted to. I did like the other heals better, though. I actually feel like it's a loss to not have those heals. So it's a tough call here. So I'm gonna see if we can get both somehow. Get our heals and our handling too. It's murder! Tell this guy. Yeah, that feels pretty good. I think we're on our way into something here. Okay, so, but I want my cake and eat it too, because those faster heals means more battling, less time and cover.
Supply room access.
So what I want to do is put back on that Umber backpack, like that, and then, I guess, like the foxes with weapon handling. I mean, just put a couple of weapon handling stats on there at the sacrifice of crits instead. And just kind of find a happy medium, you know what I mean? Oh, I should have kept that one. Look at this guy. That sucks. She's become part of the wheel. That's what happens. Let's see. We could also run the coyotes. What would that give us? We're basically playing anywhere between 0 and 25. That'd be hard to counter the variable because we got the solid crits there, and we wouldn't want more crits. And so if we pulled crit chance off, then we'd also be playing not to our full potential. So it's hard to take the variable in this build. Like another Petrov would be nice, like running a second Petrov, but we don't really need reload speed or anything like that. We need stability and accuracy, right? So but there's nothing you can do. I can't change the mods. So I guess it's just keep the foxes and then load on more weapon handling. Yeah, okay. So let's load on some more weapon handling then. I think we just got to manually re-roll because Okay, so we played with like 40, 50. So just then we had 30, 40% weapon handling. And so what we're going to try to do is cut some of that down to see if we can be happy with like a fraction of that. Maybe 2 weapon handling mods, attributes. Try to find that balance between shots on target, power. I wish they gave us better than 8% weapon handling. So there's 16. And let's see where we are, 5190. Crit chance on here to make up for that loss. 5778. I mean, we don't need the fixer. We could put on a booster. It'd be pretty weak though, and kind of annoying to drop it. Because you'd have to drop it and pick it up a lot. That's the other way to get weapon handling. Accuracy. We don't really need the heals from this, right? I mean, it helps. You heal a little bit faster. And what else are you gonna run? We could run the Banshee instead. We could also run Sharpshooter and pick up some heals from that. I mean, for better handling from that. The problem with Gunners, I mean, it's helping us with ammo. We probably need that. But its weapon handling requires you to stand still, which we're not always doing. But all right, let's see how we do there. That should be it. You want to start a movement, Destroyer? Bring back damage to elite mods. Let's go. Okay, so let's see. Is 14% or 16% weapon handling a good place to be with this gun? And so we tried 40, and so that's also like saying it was 40 too much. We don't have any stacks. Let's get some. Wow, he's stronger than me. Good heals though, you see that? That's what I'm talking about. I feel like those heals make a lot of sense with LMGs. You know, spend so much time out of cover, or because of the size of your mag, so you're kind of inviting more damage. Oh, there's a guy right here. Oh, come on with that grenade. Oh, another one. Jesus. Doesn't feel too bad, weapon handling wise. God, they're all three suppressed. God, I like that rate of fire does make it feel better though. It's the aesthetics of a build nowadays, you know what I mean? Hold on. Somebody apparently behind me. Oh, could have a better time to kill for sure.
Hostile detected.
At least we never have to reload. How am I? Who? How did he get by me? Am I must be blind, I guess. Fucking didn't see that guy. Oh, he's barely alive. Actually needed that piece. Keep deleting shit that I could use. I actually needed that. Damn you, Tux. All right, Jed, we got this.
Incoming hostiles detected.
Let's lay it on thick, boys. Feeling brave, are we? I mean, it's kind of cool because I really feel like I'm getting the most out of my stacks this way, you know? Because they're already built, and so they come already loaded, and so the longer I shoot without pause, and the more I'm getting out of those Umbra stacks before I have to refill them again. Unlike Strikers, which relies on accuracy. This is just time. And I have to pop back and cover to recharge them anyways because I need heals.
Hostile detected.
I feel like a human turret. But not as good as theirs. Get out of my cover, lady. Damn you. Going through my body and shit. Glitching on me? Damn. You hit hard. So do you. Oh, really? Who's got that kind of accuracy? From where? You know what I mean? Whoever killed me was at an amazing angle with amazing power. Way over there. Who's that guy? Or maybe that one. Oh, he's got his shotgun, so it better not have been him. Go save Jed, dude. Ah, this guy's an idiot. So that's where like Striker and Heartbreaker are kind of shine over this because they come with weapon handling. It's because of reload speed, which we're not even using. Let me switch over to Heartbreaker right away and see if that has a different impression. I'll just go and run the backpack for now. Contractors are good. Fuck. Yeah, we could keep this set up. Let's put this mod on. Let's see, crits, 4578, so we can push them both up a little bit. All right, so this one, instead of heals, we're gonna get bonus armor. So we're gonna need, we got armor on kill, so a little fixer drone is usually nice to have along with it. So you're just getting some heals underneath the bonus armor. Let's see if we need that. The catharsis could be really good on this too, by the way, actually. Because it's, you're gonna be taking damage. I bet you that ends up paying out. Let me see if I got the Heartbreaker. Well, I might not even have the catharsis on me. I do. All right. 39. Because it gives you heals and damage. So that's a little 2-for-1er. All right. And so it's like Striker, right? Just shoot, point and shoot, build your stacks, and we get the weapon handling with it. And we lose RPMs, but we gain damage instead. And then the bonus armor is the win here. And it's technically easier to use than Umbra because you don't have to do the in and out of cover thing, but can't see anybody. Am I hitting anybody? Oh, I forgot about the pulse thing. Yeah, there's that. Forgot about the pulse thing. So we have to get those headshots in. And easier said than done. You see that? I mean, I look like a headshot to me, but it didn't count. I mean, those are all missing the head, huh? See what I'm saying? Wow, impressive. Look at that. I mean, you those some. Oh, come on, right? Those are all missing the head. Those are all missing the head, right? There's no way those are all missing the head. There's 100 shots on the head right there. Something's wrong. I gotta look at the build. There's some of them are pulsing though. So I gotta be. That's just weird. Okay, so there it was. That's weird because some of them are pulsing, but I have the wrong piece here. You see that? I don't know how that happened. Nobody should have been pulsing. Because I knew something was wrong because I was like, okay, there's 100 shots on that guy's head, but some of them were pulsing, so it's weird.
Reinforcements have arrived.
It shouldn't have been happening. All right. I'm confused, but let's do it. So the shitty part is the pulse only lasts for 5 seconds. And I wish it would have group pulse too, which would be nice. So like if you have 2 enemies standing next to each other, then you pulse one and maybe the whole group should pulse. Yeah, wow, we did a good job of getting the stacks on this one. You see that? Huh. That's 100 stacks. The meter. You know, we can't see anybody. It's kind of like you're putting out so many shots, you're going to inevitably hit the head and you don't have to worry about reloading, so it's kind of all right. You know what I mean? In a funny way. That we're not running an actual, like a laser pointer or something. I can run the Night Watcher mask if we feel like we need it, but so far so good. Let's see if that bonus armor works. It does. Put a little protection from elites on that. You'd be a tank. Oh, she hits hard. All right, finally out of ammo. Could get some of that. And the sun shines.
Additional hostile contacts.
Still got a little bit of weapon sway at distances. There's our heal. And you're just standing in it too. It seems like it's the best loadout for it because you're just standing in that puddle of heals. And those are strong heals. It's 10% regen per second. What is it, 10% for 10 seconds? Isn't that what it is? 5% for 10 seconds. 5% for 10 seconds. Jesus, dude. Come on, cartwheels. Yeah, we're losing stacks big time back here. It's too hard to get those headshots at that distance, that's why. Because you need the pulse. Don't be popping out on me like that, lady. That's how you get your head blown off. Where'd he go? Fucking magic man. Always said it'd be cool to see like body parts start falling off the enemies. Kind of cool. I mean, bonus armor is feeling good. And I like the catharsis with this. The catharsis would work with any of the builds, though. It doesn't have to just be this one. Strikers, negotiators, any of them would work with catharsis. And it makes sense for the way LMGs work. It's actually a good mask for LMGs, now that I think about it, right? Because you just kind of planted. We often put it on our tank builds and stuff, but you know, the run and gun builds are harder to use with the catharsis because you're kind of always outrunning your heals. But with an LMG build, it seems really nice. That might want to stay on the build for whatever gear set we go with. I think I like that, which makes Umbra less useful a little bit. For this weapon or this setup, because one of Umbra's benefits is the heals, and the other benefit is the reload. And we're not making use of the reload. And if we use the catharsis, which I really like with this LMG or any of them, then we're not making use of its heals as much either. I think I'm running more armor than I would want to, though. Ah, speaking of, there's the Night Watcher mask we were talking about. So that's the other way to get a pull. So we could take that, but then we'd lose the catharsis, and I like the catharsis. So we got 3 armor rolls, which isn't bad, but I think we could drop it down to 2. Keep the Night Watcher here just in case we want to try it. I didn't feel like we were doing that bad of a job at stacking until we got to range. Yeah, I wish they followed you too. I agree. Hey, I'm gonna hop in over and then I gotta change that roll. Take off an armor core. I think we're running just a little bit too much armor. It'd be interesting to try this in Legendary and see if the bonus armor can stand up.
Supply room access unlocked. Hostiles guarding location nearby.
Oh, I might not have the pieces. Oh, there's one. There we go. We could try this in Legendary real quick just to see how it holds up for damage. Let's try that real quick. See if we run out of ammo, actually. Because if we suppress a lot, that could be a problem. But the other one is the tanks, you know. With negotiators, I think Legendary might be the best option. Negotiators for Legendary. But we'll see. Now, just in general, I'm just talking about with this gun. Because usually guns where they're lacking damage, negotiators kind of fills in that gap. See what Jed wants me to look at his build. That's a pretty good build there you got there. Running clutch on the back. Nice. All crits. Perfectly efficient. Right on.
Got your objective. Don't let
I gotta check out that perfectly efficient one of these days. Okay, so we got our heals. Got a decoy. So we don't get stacks off the tanks, which kind of sucks. I forgot about that. So we might get overrun by that tank. Yeah.
Agent incapacitated.
This kind of sucks because you're going to have to get
Deceased.
stacks off of the NPCs first and then start shooting off the tanks. Thank you, sir. We might be down here, though. These tanks are just... Tanks gone wild back here. Look, you red tank. Basically no damage against those things. Yeah.
Trauma detected.
Yeah, forget about it.
Agent down.
You can't get by the tanks. It's going to be a nightmare. Because they're the first things you encounter, really. Right? Because none of the other NPCs are going to flank you. It's just the tanks. And so, don't get me up. I'm good. And so it's... If you can't build stacks against them, it's going to take you like an hour to kill those things, and they're going to flank you. It's one of the inconsistent things that they've done with Heartbreaker, and I'm pretty disappointed by it, you know?
Immediate medical assistance needed. Agent out of action. Agent killed.
Trying to get back to a spawn point.
An agent needs assistance. Agent.
Thank you, finally. But they just keep putting us back in the same spot. It's annoying. Alright. Go back to the game. No, it's okay. It's okay. Yeah, no, it just, I don't want to do it anyways, because if we can't stack on the tanks, it'd be annoying. Because you're a tank also. And so it's not, you know, and so we're both going to be missing DPS basically against those tanks, and they're going to keep running over us. We were messing around with the no reloads, and we came up with some pretty nice builds for it the other day. And so just kind of toying around with it more, see what else it can do. I never use it, and I never have really. I mean, I got no miles. I'm surprised it's proficient. I'm pretty sure I artificially made it proficient because there's no way it's proficient. Look at its reload time. It says 4.6 seconds. That's interesting. Yeah, and so it's sort of a difficult weapon to use, actually. You think it'd be easy because, you know, you don't have to reload. It's an LMG, infinite ammo or whatever, but it brings a lot of problems to your build. And so you have to balance the build out to account for its problems. And so, you know, it's a weird weapon that way because as we've discovered from the stream the other night where we were doing the no reloads, using different weapons and never reloading, was that, you know, in some scenarios, depending on the weapon, it just doesn't make sense to never reload because you have so many opportunities to reload, you know? So, like, I wonder, like, if we rethink about this weapon as, like, a backup weapon, you know, for when you come against the opportunities, hey, this is a good time to never reload, you know what I mean? And then else, you're running something, you know, cooler as a primary. But like, it doesn't even do that great of a job. I mean, like, one example would be like for creating stacks. You would think it'd be amazing for creating stacks because it's never reloading, right? And it's got a pretty decent RPM at 850 RPM, but it actually does really bad at stacks. So most of its issues are handling along with the low damage, right? So low damage and bad handling. And as an attribute, by the way, they gave you crit damage, where if you see on our other LMGs, we got to roll on damage to armor, right? You see there? And crits isn't the worst thing you could have, but I'd rather have damage to armor there. And so it just kind of, it really does feel like you are shooting marshmallows at enemies. And the amount of bullets that it takes to kill an enemy puts you in danger. And so all these things have to be accounted for, you know? And so I think, like, what if we try this one? Let's try this one. Let's put on the striker setup now that we know that we like the mask. Let's put on the striker setup, but let's drop the LMG gloves this time. And run the striker backpack and get rid of the striker chest. And then run the handling there on the chest. And then run 4-piece striker this way. So we won't need as many stacks. And so we're just missing out on damage to armor is the only thing we're losing here. So crit chance. Let's change this to crit chance too. There. And then let's put this one to striker. I thought I did that. There we go. So now we got good heals, eventually. Good handling, plus more handling and RPM. And so let's see if that lifts this gun, gives it some more pop here.
Hostile control point identified.
Yeah, I hear you, Chris Walker. I hear you, man. It's been a problem, like, since the beginning of the game, right? That's right, Sentinel. I hear you there. Yeah, that's why weapon handling on stacking weapons. We actually ran it with Umbra, and it was kind of nice because it doesn't add stacks. Your stacks are already there. It's one of the better ones. But now we got weapon handling, so we should be, we got 55% weapon handling here. Not counting, it's really 65 when you consider the specialization. Stacks are looking good. That means we're landing shots. Those are all at distance too, basically. Power feels good now. I mean, it's still going to be putting out more. It's never going to match up to like the Fenris or anything like, I mean, the FAMAS or anything like that, right? It's never going to get there, this gun. Or the Ouroboros or anything like that. It's never gonna feel like that, you know? So that's not what we're going for. We just want a reasonably good time to kill to make it worth it to have the no reload, you know? So these guys out here are fucking annoying. See, that handling's looking a lot better, isn't it? The only thing is, I mean, I do wish the Catharsis kicked in a little more often than it does. Your armor ends up breaking before the Catharsis kicks in many times. Come here, you fucker. Point blank, it works pretty good. Jesus, see you later. Damn, he's pieced out. It's so annoying. You know, because they're hyper aggressive, right? And then they do that to you. Make you run down the goddamn street to kill him.
Incoming hostiles detected.
Yeah, it is unacceptable, Chris. But you know, going back to that about how bullet spongy they are, and then their accuracy, and they're sniping with shotguns, and they're spamming you with grenades. It's all ridiculous, you know. But it's been a problem since the beginning of time. They've already rebalanced the NPCs like a dozen times. But now I don't think they have the resources to adjust that old code in the game anymore without breaking everything, you know? I mean, that's just me guessing, but... Who's the one that threw the fucking grenade? Where is she? Oh, there you are, camouflaged. It's feeling pretty good right here. I mean, I think I like it better than the ninja version, so we hadn't tried this one. But, you know, just... I think it makes more sense because, you know, you're always playing from cover. So might as well use the braced. I mean, you don't have to run perfect braced, but it's a Petrov anyways. I mean, we could make it go ridiculous over the top. But you know, it does suck to have to run weapon handling on this weapon because weapon handling, you know, we usually are forced to do it anyways because of the reloads on LMGs. More than anything, right? And now we're being forced to do it because of this weapon's ability to, or inability, I should say, to actually land shots. But this amount of weapon handling would give it an impressive reload too.
Hostile detected.
But it's feeling good right here, you know? Feeling good right here. We're not reloading, we're hitting pretty good. We got some heals. Woo! Woo! And it's gonna work better than Heartbreaker and Legendary because the Heartbreaker didn't stack against tanks, and that was annoying. Really annoying. That's annoying. Always thought that was annoying and inconsistent, you know? And I've tried to wrap my head around why the devs would do that. And part of me thinks it's because they know you're gonna run Technician and you're gonna get additional damage to robotics anyways. But it's not enough. That's just bull. Yeah, so I mean, we've been complaining about that shit, and I was saying the other day on stream, going back to Chris's comment, because it's like it's actually something I talk about all the time. It's just like when you hear me complaining about the game, like I don't complain about much, like in the serious nature. There's no like really game-breaking bugs for me that I really encounter. The stuff that irritates me, it's the little shit, you know, like the grenades that have homing devices on them and are like following you around the map and shit, being chased by a grenade in the air, you know, bullets through cover, all the corners basically aren't real corners, and so you run around the corner and you're still getting hit by bullets, and then you look back and you're like, who's shooting at me? There's no way they have an angle on me, and they don't, you know. And it's just like they don't have an angle on me and I'm still taking bullets. It's just messed up, you know. And yeah, being sniped by an M870 shotgun from 70 meters. Oh yeah, horrible. Enemies' turrets falling in concrete blocks and still putting out damage on you. Yeah, your turret can't do the same. Just, yeah. It's those little things, and they've always been there. I mean, they've always been there. And so, yeah, if it hasn't been fixed by now, it's never gonna get fixed. A bunch of little things. Because the game is hard already. I mean, we got some pretty advanced AI in here for NPCs, right? And so those little things are always in their favor. I mean, we hardly get glitches in our favor. And when we do, they're quickly fixed. Yeah, so this feels relatively balanced what we got here. Let's see how we do in this next one. This next one's can be tough on weapons like LMGs because it's a lot of tight little angles and close quarters.
Reinforcements incoming.
All right, let's see this grenade. All right. All right. And so they did nerf the grenades, if you guys didn't know. So they made it so that oh, there's somebody behind me. Their accuracy by color is supposed to decrease as well by distance. But it doesn't seem like it, does it? Yeah. And the red guys are they hit really hard too, you know? Like, you feel like they shouldn't be hitting as hard as they do. I never have to reload, bitches. They're like, neither do we. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you basically don't want to reach with this thing. I mean, too far. You know, like those guys, like I don't got a shot on them. It's a little better on this guy, but that other guy that was back there, no way. Just missing too many shots. It's a waste of your time to reach too far. Right on, great, Jed. Ah. Don't text and play. What happens?
You're going to hide all day? They're close. I can feel it. Shot at it.
Agent has disconnected.
No escape. Oh, get out of here, Mr. Right Thumb. Ooh, I feel like a laser beam. You seen that? You know, I think it's worth it to run that chest piece. Even more than the strikers. Oh, you suck, dude.
Detected.
Show me that backpack. There it is. Ooh, exotic. Feeling good, huh? Ring, zing. Get some ammo.
Detecting additional hostile contacts.
Oh my god, those turrets are so accurate. It's insane. They're ignoring my decoy too. Give me Mo. This guy. He's been hanging out. I don't want to move from the spot they're making me though. Jesus Christ. Die. Die. Thank you.
Trauma detected. You are no longer in a group.
I know that. Oh my god. I mean, look at all the fun. This whole place is on fire. And I'm dizzy. I actually think the dizzy thing is one of the worst things they added to the game. And they made it worse last season. Like, I don't, and they never told anybody either. It was a secret. It was a secret. So, it came around a time where they decided to make the shield break disorient you. So around that same time, they buffed, whether it was a purpose or not, I don't know. But they buffed all the disorient. So, before, I never noticed being dizzy when I caught on fire. Even if it happened, even if it was there, it wasn't that noticeable. Noticeable enough for it to be something that bothered me. Now, and ever since they added the disorient shield break thing, when you catch on fire, I mean, you're on fire and you're disorientated. You're both. Making it really, really bad to catch on fire, right? And annoying. And there's a lot of fire in this game. There's a lot of fire. It's everywhere. Freaking devs. I oughta. Yeah, you're right, Deja. Yeah, it does. It does. The Bullet King has its uses, though. You know, it does. There's certain... It's niche, though, isn't it? Right? It's got its uses. It's not an everyday runner. Some people do, though. I'm always surprised. But I think it's, you know, I think people just go into the fantasy of it, right? It's gold. It's beautiful. You never have to reload. It's what we all want out of every build. Otherwise, it's a pretty niche weapon. You know, you use it like... I don't know. When you want to suppress something or, you know, maybe a certain wave or maybe a boss. A certain boss, you know, can be handy. But its weapon handling is so bad that it's a shame. It really is a shame to have to run all this weapon handling. Look at what we got. We got 50%. Sorry, 50% from Perfect Brace. Plus 15. That's 65. Plus 10 coming from that. That's 75% weapon handling. Just to be able to get stacks off of it, basically, right? Because otherwise it just does a really bad job. Hey, look, we got another Catharsis. Twinsies. And so... the reality is that if we were just running another LMG like this one, it's going to get, and it's not going to change the stats because Brace doesn't show up, but it's going to get an amazing reload. See that? And it's stronger, and it catches people on fire. But that's still basically a 2.5 second reload, probably, maybe 3, whatever it is. And so it's still a reload, but it's just a better killer. Yeah, it is a shame. And so it's sort of like, I get that they don't want us to, you know, it can't be have all the DPS of like the Ouroboros, obviously. A weapon that never reloads and has the DPS of Ouroboros would be like the game over, right? I get that. But with all the weapon handling you really have to put on, like I said, you just might as well run a different LMG and get a super fast reload, like the Good Times. Right, the Good Times, I'm not sure I have it here, but it's such a good LMG. It's strong, and it gives you fast hands. Yeah, I don't have it here. That's such a good... If you guys haven't tried that one, you're in for a surprise. Good times, LMG. Yeah, I don't have it here. Yeah, but here's the GR9. This is one that we ran also that one time. That's got steady hand, so it's also a no reload. But along with it comes amazing weapon handling already built into it because of the talent. And so... And you're faster. I got rid of fire. I need to check. Let me go check my other character. Let's see if we can pull out some others. See if I have a GR9 with damage to targets out of cover. Tank Buster. That's a good build, Sentinel. I like that. I like that. It's a good concept. I see where I see what you're doing. Server's been acting kind of slow today, huh? This is I've noticed this earlier. I'm not usually playing at this hour too, so that might be it. Maybe it's a lot of traffic. Yeah, and you can't stop that disorient, but you know what does is the catharsis mask. It's pretty neat. So when your shield breaks and you're running the catharsis, if you happen to be standing in the green shit, then it'll take off your disorient status effect. Yeah, small enemies are the biggest threat, especially when you're missing your shots. All right, let me see if I got this GR9 with better stats. So here's the good times I was talking about. This is a really good LMG. Perfect fast hands. And that's what it needs, right? It's got a 5-second reload time. And that perfect fast hands makes it like no reload. It is such a fast reload. It's crazy. And look at the base damage. This is not even a build, right? So it's really high. It's 100 and something. It's like 130,000 or something like that. It's very strong on a red build. So it doesn't look strong here because I'm not running a build, but it's really strong. Sleipnir is always fun. A lot of reloading happening on that though. It kind of gets annoying sometimes. Black Friday is actually a really good one. And I was surprised. I was surprised. But if you put it on, I can't remember how I was running it, and I was like, oh, I really like this one. It actually plays, I think this is one that plays out decently at close range. Oh, I remember. The reason why it's good is because it's RPM. So the RPMs match the talent really well. It's a synergy there. So because you lose the stability and handling, because you lose handling, basically, stability and accuracy, the low RPM makes it feel less impactful. The drop in stability. It's got such a base stability. I'll bring it along so you can see. The base stability on it is so good that you can lose that 22% and not even really notice. Yeah, I don't have a better GR9. Maybe I'll look at my other character and see if it's over there. Yeah, it was PvP that did that shield change. Damn PvP, huh? It was ruining it for us PvE players. It's really weird because the Dark Zone is such a part of the Division's identity. Now in Resurgence, they're making a solo player Dark Zone. Solo PvE Dark Zone. Did you guys catch that? I'm not up to speed on all the new notes. for the beta, but I got to read through those. But that's what we need here. You know, the Dark Zone doesn't have to be PvP. I don't think the Division has to have PvP. I just don't. The rogues can be AI, you know? It's just been so broken and so... Yeah, I don't have that thing. It's just been so goofy for so long. I just feel like they should just give up on it. You know? Just stop. Just stop. Yeah, Heartland's gonna be interesting. I think that's what's cool. Like, you could have a Division game that's centered on PvE, you know? PvP. Yeah, I mean, because every season brings new issues because of the fundamental problem with the Dark or PvP in general, right? Is just that there's too many things to combat and nothing has. And so even if, well, I should say it this way, even if something has a direct counter, there's just too many things. You don't know what you're going to come across, so you're never going to be prepared. And then, you know what I mean? It's just like, and then what ends up happening is something is always abused, you know? And so like, maybe it's like shock ammo, you know? And so all of a sudden just like everybody's running shock ammo. And so if you're not running shock ammo, then you're losing, period. Okay, let's bring out some of those other goodies. Excuse me. Okay, good times there. I gotta offload. Capacitor. All right. These are really good guns. You're gonna like these. Okay, so could run the Black Friday, but I'm gonna have to take off this chest piece so you guys can see it without the extra weapon handling. Nothing wrong with running that, but wait, does this one take a scope? Because I like running my scopes. Scopes on LMGs feel really good. Because you're always kind of playing at that right distance. And then you can run the 20% stability mod there. And then it's probably all we need. What's my reload at? I'll put more reload there. Joyride. All right. And then let's run the pristine example. Get some serious damage up in here. Playa. Playa. All right, let's see where we're at. 4681. All right, this should be fun. So we got unhinged. What up, Lightheart? That's good.
Hostile control point nearby.
Oh, that would be cool, Aaron. I like that idea. That's a great idea. You kind of just, haha, or hunters. Oh, that would be really cool. If you had like stealth, you had to rely on stealth a little bit more. That'd be badass. Right on, man. Hold on, hold on. Right up in our face.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
Let's see what we got here. Okay, hold on. Let's get this party started.
Reinforcements en route.
God, they're coming from all directions, man. It's been like that all day today, isn't it? And like one of the things that kind of sucks is that the layout of this particular control point, it kind of sucks for LMGs because you don't really have, that's a side attack there, and then they got an angle on you from the back, and it kind of sucks, you know? It's like the bad angle. Ah. Where'd you come from? I'm sure I'll get hit by that grenade. Yep. And the healing is too slow. Yep. I hate our med kits. Let me just kill myself. Faster. You should be able to heal faster than that. I mean, you know what I mean? So slow. So yeah, these barriers are pointed sideways, right? The cover points are pointed sideways, so they got a good angle on you, and it's just like it's not really good for LMGs. Otherwise, you have to play all the way back there, and that's too deep. But for assault rifles and SMGs, you can pull in closer, so it's not a big deal. You can just go run up on them, right? Ooh, over 1 million right there. You see that? It's quite a bit different than we were hitting with the other one, in case you didn't know. Hey, I just reloaded. Ah, double reload. So the Bullet King was hitting at like, probably at best around 550. .13 right there. 1.13 looks like the cap. We're not even at full stacks. Bossy, bossy. Toast, 11192. So basically 1.2. We're still not even at full stacks. With that kind of damage, we could probably go ahead and run braced. You know what I mean? Just... Hello? Aha. There's a little bit of weapon sway at that depth. You see that? See, there's lots of opportunities to reload. Because either an enemy is like suppressed, or you're looking for a new target anyways, or you're suppressed. Guys don't want to come out of cover. I mean, I'm not even shooting anymore. Die. Yeah, it's my main reason why I don't like using medkits. They get me killed more than they save me. Like, it just give me a good regen armor on kill, call it a day. That's not a bad reload. What is it saying? Oh, I'm missing a mod. Which mod are we missing? Oh, the ammo belt. That's a pretty important one. My bad. Okay. There we go. Let's reload and more shooting. 50 rounds is a pretty big deal. All right. Come on. Making Swiss cheese. Yeah, that's a big difference at extra 50 rounds. Yeah, it's too deep. No, I'm always on Xbox. Yeah. I only play on the Xbox. I use my computer for work. I have a Mac too, so. The Division 2 doesn't accept the Apple chip, the M series. I even tried creating a virtual machine and it still detected the my chip. So it wouldn't let me play it. It's just dumb. I don't get it unless it's like, cause you select the chip in your virtual machines. You'd be like, I want 13 different CPUs. I mean, you can literally do that, right? And it's just like, and you're still detecting my Apple chip and saying it's incompatible. I was like, what's the point of selecting and purchasing these, you know, amazing CPUs, you know? And the game detects it anyways. Okay, so that's that one. That felt pretty good. Felt pretty good. I'd probably still go and optimize a little bit. I'm curious if we even need that much damage. And just go ahead and put on maybe the... We don't normally run this one with the Catharsis mask. So that's one thing. So I could put this probably the Striker up there. And then run the Contractor's gloves. The Catharsis mask was a little helpful though. It was kicking in heels in that. So I don't mind it. Anyways, let me show you this other one. Where'd it go? Didn't I grab it? Oh, I must have left it behind. Let's just reset that. Go back here and grab the good times. Yeah, perfect kinetic momentum would be amazing. But you know what they will do when they do that, right, Grumpy? You know what's going to happen if they give us perfect momentum. It's going to come on like something stupid. Like it'll be on, let me pick something. Like a Gila guard or a 511. You know, we can get like a 511 with perfect kinetic momentum. And be like, oh, it's not worth it. Yeah, so the good times has been here since the beginning of time, and I so many people are asleep on this gun. It's amazing. Okay, so let's. It really is good. I'm really impressed with this one. So perfect fast hands is an amazing talent. So let's see. Let's get the surrounds there, and then you don't need reload speed, so we'll just stick crits there. And this one I think handles pretty good, so I don't really think we need stability. Look at the stability on it. It's maxed out, right? So I don't think you need any handling on this. Let's go and keep the scope. We'll just not change anything here. See where we are crits. 56, 81, yeah, that's fine. Let's keep it. But I almost think this is better than the Bullet King here. Fast hands, perfect fast hands. So fast hands is based off of crits, so you do want to have high crits. Go ahead and pop that head out. Go ahead. Already coming from behind us, huh? You see that? Crazy, right? I mean, I think it's better than the no reload option. Oh, come on, man. Really? Look at that. The world's biggest pool of fire? Oh my God. Ridiculous.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Yeah, so this one's slower, and I actually like that about it. I think on some of these LMGs, they just feel better a little bit slower. So there's a million right there. Just an easy million. And I really enjoy scopes on LMGs too. You're just playing at that distance where the 8x scope is pretty easy. Natural feeling. It makes me laugh when I see my hands go that fast. They're not kidding around when they named this fast hands. I was running it on my assault rifles for a while. I really liked it on legendary content. It saved my butt a bunch of times. I never noticed those bags dropped like that. Whatever those are up there. See that? Yeah. I feel like I'm a lumberjack with this thing. Chop, 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 chop.
I'll keep an eye on you.
Yeah. I play through scope a lot. Yeah. I think it's because I'm going blind too. Playing too many video games. The zoomed in feels good. It is a preferred play style for me, though. A lot of people just don't really enjoy scopes. It's really interesting. You think that's a third-person thing? Because in first-person, like all the first-person shooters are like scope all the time, right? Different types of scopes, of course. But almost always scoped in, even on assault rifles and SMGs, there's some sort of scope. Red dot scopes and ACOG scopes and whatever else, you know. Which I get aren't as zoomed in, but still zoomed. Maybe that's it, is that when you go and scope, it turns it into a first-person shooter, basically, right? Hate that lady. She's an escape artist. Grenade tossing, homing grenade. Well, she almost got me with that one too. I would love an LMG that was strong enough to like shoot through cover. Like that, where you just kind of bust up that car and the bullets eventually come through. I'd use that. Ah, out of ammo. Almost out of ammo. Got just-in-time reload there, huh? It's one of the most tolerable LMGs in the game, all because of that reload. It just isn't there, you know. Whether you can run whatever chest you want, obliterate, whatever, but like that reload is just not there, and so it just makes you feel free.
Hostile detected.
Oh, there's another one. Damn, that was like, did he run by? Was that what that I saw there? Let's see if I could catch that. Let's see if I caught that. Watch in the background. Did you see it? I only caught a piece of it, but there's like this flash of an NPC running by in the back. Come on, dude, pick me up. Really? Really? You guys, I did all the killing. You guys did nothing. You're not gonna get me up? Oh my gosh. The stuff I put up with. Anyways, I just wanted to give you guys a showcase on that real quick. Yeah, they do. It's funny because they could take 1,000,000 bullets to the face, but if they take one melee, you know what I mean? They get disrupted. It's just, that's how bad the melees are. Oh, speaking of, we were talking about that earlier, the crap that you have to put up with in this game, the melees. Come on with the melees. This game's melees. Oh, was he dead? This game's melees are ridiculous. It's like literally, I fear the melees more than bullets. That just doesn't make sense. I don't get the logic there. And their logic, the devs' logic is, we're gonna punish you for being out of cover. Punish, punish, punish. You know? That's why it's that way. Because they really wanted this to be a play from cover, looter, shooter. And so they built that in, you know? Just... But like, my thing is, it's like, okay, I get a good hard game, cool. You know, we want the game to be difficult, but not annoying. You know, not annoying. And that's annoying. And, well, one of the worst things is, okay, fine. So they hit really hard when they melee. But shouldn't we be able to hit hard with our melee too? Can't we melee? I mean, our melees are worthless. They do no damage, even when you load all the melee stacks, attributes on your build. They still don't do shit for damage. And then you can't even stagger. I mean, that's the one thing, like, I don't give a crap about the damage, to be honest with you. I don't care if I do any damage with the melee, but I want to stagger with it. That would be the objective of it. Somebody's in your face, you give them a quick punch and they stagger and then you shoot them. But you can't even do that. That's what we need. We just need a good stagger. Yeah, I'm with you, Wild. We're brainwaves aligned. Cool. All right, everybody, I'm gonna take a break. Appreciate you kicking with me this morning or early afternoon or wherever we're at. And then I will catch you on the side. Be sure to enjoy the video I have pinned at the top of the chat. It's that Scorpio build. Catch you later.